Hi guys, I just wanted to make a video. I'm a little bit late on jumping on the bandwagon, but I wanted to make a video in response to my training experience. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put a link in the bottom and then watch that video first and then watch this video, because it's just really frustrating. Like, to be honest, like, I've never really experienced racism myself. Because I was born here, I'm British, I have a British passport, and for that woman to sit there on that train and just say to all the black people and the brown people, what are you doing in my country? I mean, yeah, fair enough, some of them weren't born here, and fair enough, there is a very, very, small percentage of people that generally come over here just to kind of claim benefits, because, let's face it, Britain's giving out free stuff. Why would people not come here? But it annoyed me more because the fact that that black woman on the train said, I'm British, and she went, no you're not, no you're not, no you're not. And I just think, are you that uneducated that you don't realise that people can still be British and not have white skin? What she really meant was, you're not white. She didn't mean you're not British, because obviously, like I said, if she'd actually been to school and she'd actually had a proper education, she would have realised that you can be British and have brown skin. If I was on the train and she'd have said to me, go back to your own country, I wouldn't have anywhere to go, because this is where I was born and I don't have another home, I don't have my own other country somewhere just because I got brown skin. And I just don't think she realises that, Britain took over lots of other countries, and we didn't say to the, to the British people, get out, this is our country, what have you done to it? It's the government that's basically effed up the country. It's not the fact that people are coming in to, do better for themselves, and that's why they've come into this country. My parents, I admit, they weren't born here. They were born in Kenya and then came over basically for a better life, because they thought the education system's better here. If we bring up children here, they've got more chance of doing well and becoming successful. And that's exactly what I would say I've done with my life. I went to school. I didn't get into any trouble. I went to university. Obviously, went to college, went to university, did a degree. I've got a full-time job. And I just think I've never been on benefits. I will never be on benefits. I didn't come here as an immigrant or anything. And I just think, I just can't believe that she's so uneducated that she would. It's just disgusting, because technically I'm absolutely no different to her apart from the colour of my skin. I'm British, and I don't go around going to all these people that have moved here, oh, why are you black people and brown people in my country? Because actually some of them were born here as well, so they have every right to be here. And I pay taxes. I'm guessing the majority of people that live here pay taxes. Obviously, again, there's a small majority of people that are illegally here and they're not working, they're claiming benefits, and they're probably working undercover somewhere. But I just think, don't categorise us all into that bracket, because obviously, to be fair, the one thing that I was really shocked about is nobody actually physically was aggressive towards her, really. I mean, that lady was just giving her opinion, and yes, she had to shout because the woman was obviously off her face on some sort of drugs, and the woman had to shout to get her point across. But the fact that she had a child on her lap and she was swearing in front of that child, and I just think, my God, that's your child. Like, your child should never really even hear you raise your voice, let alone swearing and being racist, because now he's going to be brought up to think that it's okay to do that. He's going to be brought up to think that, people with coloured skin are somehow below them. And obviously, I'm guessing she's got it, the lady, whatever her name was, something, Emma, she's obviously got it from her parents, because I just think it's the parents, isn't it? It's the way that you're brought up. And the thing is, I've never really experienced racism personally, and I probably will do after I do this video. But I went to an all-white school, but nobody treated me any different, because I was brought up here and I thought the same as people here and I spoke the same as people here. I just had slightly darker coloured skin, which, lucky for me, didn't affect anyone I was at school with. But I just feel really sad for those people that just don't get it. I just feel really bad for people, like I said, that don't, I'm guessing she must have been on benefits. She must have been, you know, on some sort of child benefits, and she must have been, I mean, she said she worked, but you can't really believe anything she said because she was wasted. And all she kept saying is, these effing brown people and black people in my country have made it bad. And I was like, look at your government, who are all white, look at them before you start talking to anybody else. All the government does is give away money to people that are, you know, and look at the amount of people that are actually white and on benefits and probably claiming benefits illegally because actually, you know, they are probably working secretly and they're on benefits. But at the same time, you know, there might be a small percentage of brown and black people that do the same thing. So I'd say in every culture and every ethnicity, there are always going to be that minority number of people that are doing things illegally. But she can't categorise us all into one category, because I've never been on benefits. My parents have never been on benefits. They've always worked really, really hard, 12 hours a day. And they always said to me, if you don't get an education, if you don't work hard, you are going to end up doing what we do. And you're going to end up working 7 days a week, 12 hours. And that was the reason my parents were so strict about my education and me getting good grades and me going to university. And I'm so glad I listened to them. Otherwise, I'd be on that train and I'd be a racist person and I'd be talking and using foul language like that. But, you know, I'm lucky the fact that I got an education and my parents were strict with me, and now I'm really grateful that they did, because otherwise that just shows what happens when you're not educated. And I have to say, you kind of feel sorry for her after a while, because you just think, are you that stupid? Like, honestly. I just had to have a little rant about it. And like I said, I know I'm going to get loads of really nasty comments back saying, oh, you know, you're this and you're that. But I'm obviously not a racist, because, you know, she had her reasons for saying it. And she obviously felt really strongly about what she was saying. But I just think she said it because she doesn't actually know the truth. She doesn't actually realise that, you know, there are bad people in all ethnicities. They're not specifically white, they're not specifically black, they're not specifically brown, as she called it. And I just think people generally come over here to work. And like I said, there are a small percentage that think Britain's giving out free money. Let's go there and make the taxpayers pay. And I'm one of those taxpayers. Like, my money goes towards people that just can't be bothered to work, and that really winds me up. But you can't put it down to race. You can't say it's one type of people that are doing that. You can't say it's coloured people that are doing that, because that's just so stupid. Like, she really just needs to go back to school. And she probably dropped out. She probably didn't even finish school. And then she's got that poor kid sitting on her lap that probably has to listen to that language all the time. And you know he's going to end up in jail or something, because it was just the way that it goes. And he's going to be a racist as well. And I just, yeah, just, if you guys have any comments or want to give your opinion or just have a little rant like me, then please feel free to put, to comment underneath or put a video response to this, because it'd be nice to know that I'm not, like, obviously I know there are hundreds of people out there that are just really pissed off about it, but I don't know, I'm just really angry. I'm just embarrassed for her, and I'm almost embarrassed to be British, because like I said, there's no difference between me or her apart from the colour of my skin. I'm British, I was born here, and that's the bit that is so sad that she doesn't get, that me and her are the same. Or me and every other person that was born here is still British, and she's stupid enough to think that if you're British, you have to be white. But surely it just depends on your origin and the country you were born in, and, you know, what culturally you were brought up with. And obviously she's just stupid. She doesn't know that. So thank you for listening to my little rant. And I would love to hear what you guys think.